Good evening, YouTube. It's your man, All the way George Page, coming to you live on YouTube. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to a special lady I've been a fan of back in the day. Well, I was more a fan of one of her partners, but was part of one of the greatest girl groups in R&B and hip hop. I mean, this is one Miss Tian Watkins, aka T-Boz. As you remember, in the '90s, she was part of the girl group um, TLC, you know. And TLC was just a great group. You had songs like "What About Your Friends," "Ain't Too Proud to Beg," "Don't Want No Scrubs." The list goes on and on. And Tion, or T-Boz as we like to call her, she wrote and sung quite a few songs. She was part of So So Def Records. Um, she was with her and along with her, Chili and Left Eye started the group around about the good part of the '90s, and they were considered the most popular girl groups at times. They did outside of just not just only musicals. They also was in House Party 3, and she even acted herself outside of the group. I think she did a couple of movies. She was also in Belly, if you remember. And the group also one time had struggled with issues because you remember they were managed by Pebbles, and they were broke, but they eventually bounced back. You know. Anyway, Tion, and Chili is stuck together after the death of their good friend Lisa Left Eye Lopez, in around about the 2000s, and Tion also, she also had a little solo career for a good minute. She sung a couple of songs. She sung a song called "To Touch Myself," was for the soundtrack for the movie Fled. It was a movie with one of the Baldwin brothers and Lawrence Fishburne. And she was also married to rapper Mac 10, and her and Mac had a daughter by the name of Chance. And Chance was the only child they had together. But eventually, Mac and T-Boz got divorced. And later on, the uh, Chili and T-Boz came back together, and they started to perform for a little bit. There was even one time they did a reality show called "You're the Girl," where they were trying to find a new artist to hook up and maybe start over. Kind of do like remember Supremes did when one of the Supremes passed away and tried to start up again, but it didn't last too long. And she also was on The Apprentice, and she did that for a while, did a couple of reality shows. And she wrote a book where she took detail of how she was struggling with the disease, sickle cell anemia. She was very much in pain. At one point, she said a story that while she was breastfeeding her daughter, she collapsed. And sickle cell anemia, I mentioned before, I did a video a while back where I was talking about a little bit of the disease. I'm hoping we get to do the whole story of it, because I had reached out to a friend of mine, Miss Brittany Brooks, but we'll talk about that later. But like I said, her and uh, her daughter Chase eventually moved to Atlanta for one time. I think moved to L.A. where to be close to her father. And her and Chase, Chance, I think Chance are very close. She also adopted a son and named him Chase, and he's a little boy. And I think, and that's nice that she had enough heart to bring in another child in her life. And even now, her and Chili still performing. They do concerts, just the two of them, as you know, and it's truly, really TLC. It's just, it's not without Left Eye, but it's still, they truly are still TLC. But like I said, yesterday was her birthday, and I just thought of, do a video. I was working on some other stuff, and I remember I heard this. And as you know, I've been so busy with, I did some videos where some legends in the rap culture passed away. So I thought maybe I'll do a video about somebody who is still around and still performing and still doing what she do. You know, like I said, I wasn't I'll be honest with you. T-Boz wasn't my favorite. I was more a fan of Chili. And I think one of my brothers was more a fan of Left Eye. But but T-Boz was pretty cool. Everybody liked T-Boz. She was she was pretty much the lead of the group TLC. But TLC is still a great group. She was the foundation of the group, And anyway, I want to wish her a very, very happy birthday, belated birthday, and many, many more. You should be on our Radio George page. Like, don't subscribe, don't subscribe. I'm out.